On this episode,
I've always been absolutely terrible at anything Guitar Hero or Rock Band.
That's ironic.
welcome back to the mountains, starring Matt Schroeder. I am Matt Schroeder. With me today is Maya,
Hey.
bass player for Sunday Traffic, and James,
Hello.
guitar player for Sunday Traffic.
Yes.
And together, they are one half of the band Sunday Traffic.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's hop into it. So, how long have you guys known each other?
Oh, God.
Since like seventh.
Yeah, seventh
or
grade.
eighth
We just
grade.
never talked to each other in like the 7th and 8th grade.
Yeah, really?
Well, I try to,
I
but
started talking to you in like ninth grade.
no, I started talking to you first.
Whatever. It's same difference.
And how did the band form?
It formed with because I don't know if you heard of it. It's this thing called School of Rock. It's like a
Oh, yeah.
yeah. It's like a bunch of kids basically get together. You play instruments, take lessons and stuff. And I had met a singer there, and we made a band. But we kept having a bunch of members that didn't work out. And then eventually, just through many reincarnations, finally got Maya here and our drummer. Yeah.
Nice. And the name Sunday Traffic, where did that come from?
Oh, God. So the singer's dad, they were sitting in traffic on a Sunday, and he was like, what if you named it Sunday Traffic? And she was like, oh, okay. We had no other really great idea.
Yeah, we're terrible at
At
names.
first it was White Dog, but like it was crappy. So we just
move on to another one.
it made us sound like a classic rock band with just like old
How?
white people. And it did.
How did that sound like? Okay, whatever.
It did. I was like, this is cheesy. Sunday Traffic is probably more cheesy, but
No, it's not. I love Sunday Traffic.
okay.
I like Sunday Traffic.
Yeah, see, it's a good
It's
name.
better than White Dog.
It's a chill name.
At first, actually, before it was White Dog, it was a White Dog in Spanish, but like 3/4 of us could not pronounce it in Spanish.
Un perro blanco?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I can't
He
say
said
it.
un perro blanco. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, God.
All right, so what type of shows are you guys doing now?
Local gigs.
Well, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
We got a good set, or not a good set, but like a set.
It's good. It's good.
We've got a.
Don't downplay it.
Well, I mean, we've got like basically, we've just been doing like hour-long gigs, about half and half cover and original. We're trying to get all originals, and we're trying to get a 3-hour set eventually, so we can play at like restaurants and stuff.
That would be like way better, in my opinion. I want to
Yeah,
do
definitely. Yeah. Maybe like 1 or 2 covers.
Yeah. Or like
sometime.
arrangement of covers.
Yeah.
So it's not like.
I love when bands do that. That's pretty.
Yeah. Like, oh, I'm sorry, off topic, but you
No,
know
that's
Black
what we're here for.
Yeah. So you know Black Sabbath.
I've heard of them.
Okay, so there's this band named Cake that did a cover of
Yeah.
War Pigs, right?
Yep.
And Cake's version is like, I like it way more, and I don't know why. I never even heard the original song until I
You've
heard
never heard
Cake.
That's like the
And
one.
then I listen to War Pigs, okay?
That's like the one Black Sabbath song I like. It's an unpopular opinion.
You don't like
I don't really like.
boom, 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 doo, doo.
Well, no, I just don't really like
doo.
Ozzy Osbourne all that much. to
Okay,
be
me
honest with you.
neither. He's kind of a narcissist. Is he the one that's a narcissist, or is that someone else?
I wouldn't know. He can't. When he talks, you can't really understand what he says. Like I saw him in a concert yesterday. He said something about
We
it.
know you can't. He was the one that bit the head off a bat, right?
Yeah, that's. See, I don't listen to rock music that much, but that's how I know it.
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
From what I've heard, I think he thought it was like
A
a
fake one.
yeah, like a rubber one, and then it like squealed or something. And he was like, yeah.
But you just roll with it.
He
Yeah.
Yeah.
messed up. Imagine how weird a day that would be.
Yeah.
No, it's chill.
That's where the
It's chill. I'm sorry.
What?
I broke you.
that's where the improv rule of like yes and comes
Yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah.
Like, all right, so that was real. What now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Leonardo DiCaprio in Django, where he cut himself.
Oh my
with a
God,
glass.
that was crazy. I'm still.
What?
Like-
oh, you haven't seen Django?
No.
Okay, so the. Ooh. All right. It's only like the best Quentin Tarantino movie without like toes all up in it.
Oh.
You know
yeah.
how he has a thing with toes? I'm
Yeah, I saw Kill Bill for the first
Yeah.
time
Oh
recently.
Oh my
and
God, like every other scene, it had to be toes or feet or whatever. I don't.
It wasn't every other scene. It was just one long scene.
Yeah,
Every
I remember
other-
the really long one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that scene when like that was the scene No, there was another scene when like she cut her ankle and it was just like on her foot the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that
what
was
I'm
the
talking
scene. Oh, I was
Yeah.
thinking about like the
In the
other scene where
car?
she was just walking.
But what happened with Leo?
Okay, so in Django, there's a scene when he was being like a racist, angry man, and then like he slammed his like hand down on the table, and there's like a knife there or
No,
something.
I think it was like glass.
Or glass, yeah. No, he broke glass. When
Yeah.
he slammed his hand down on the table, he like broke the glass, and the glass like cut his hand, like hella cut it. And I was like, whoa. And there's like actually blood in the scene, and that was his actual blood. But they just kept it in there because he's such a good actor, and he just kept going. I was like, oh, that's hot.
Wow.
Oh, hot. Right?
I have a crush on Leonardo DiCaprio. Let's not keep me up.
You and many others, man. I'm sure. Yeah.
So how would you guys describe your music?
Lit?
No,
Okay.
that's a good question. That's something we've been really struggling to
Yeah.
come up with a solid answer to.
People ask us what kind of music we play, and we're just like, rock? I don't know.
Well, like indie.
Yeah, but
indie-
everything not like wide is still technically indie.
I've been saying like indie pop, math,
We have, yeah. But,
because it's all a pop formula almost.
yeah, but when you get pop, like
It's
math
not like
usually
poppy
doesn't-
pop.
Pop. Just let it out. No,
We've got some poppier than others, but we've also got some
Honestly,
weird
yeah.
ones.
Yeah, we have some.
Because we all take influence from like way different. Like none of us have really the same music taste at all.
Except me and James probably have the most similar music taste.
Yeah,
but
but
that's
even
because we
then-
don't really have a music taste
Well,
like
what?
specific. It's not specific. You
Yeah,
can't just say I
yeah.
listen to 3 genres.
But
You say
we
listen
do
to everything.
we do diverge at some point though.
Mhm.
Like I don't listen to all that like Neosoul kind of stuff.
Okay, I listen to Neosoul now.
But
You can hear in like my bass lines, it sounds like
Neosoul.
soul-ish, yeah. Because
Sure,
like
sure.
Neo, it's not really like a bass line. It's like, okay, so I'm like a jazz band, so like I take that and then put it into other things, and sometimes it doesn't work, so I'll have to change it up or something, or just like simplify it. And like it sucks, but it's like whatever, as long as it sounds good.
Sucks, bro. What?
Shut up.
It's pretty nice. It's nice.
Oh, really?
Nice poppy.
I thought you said it does suck. I was like, you're not supposed to agree with me.
Nah, no. But yeah, it's a something.
It's something, yeah.
I was looking up like categories for the type of music that I like just to see if it could be categorized, and
Mhm.
Neo Soul came up a lot.
Neosoul's like really good.
I can't
You
really
like,
find. Go
yeah.
ahead.
You like Ella May, right?
Yeah,
Well, you used to.
the 2 songs that I know. from her.
Exactly. And then like they all kind of started sounding the same.
Yeah,
She's like,
but Boot Up is still on my playlist.
boot up, boot up.
Boot up, boot up.
Yeah, my other band does a cover of that song and it gets so annoying. But it's good because I don't know. Anyway,
How's it annoying?
I mean, boot up, boot up.
Play it over and over and over.
Yeah,
again.
Oh,
and then
it's just repetitive?
boot up.
All right.
Okay. But yeah, that's like
Yeah, that's how the
technically
song
neo
goes.
soul, but that's just R&B.
Well, what classifies Neo Soul compared to like other types of R&B?
Okay, so neo soul it usually takes it like encompasses jazz a lot of the time, but also it does like weird things that like normal R&B doesn't do. So it's like let me think of an example. You probably don't know. Erykah Badu, she's neo soul like
Oh,
as
really?
hell.
Yeah, I guess,
Oh yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
But like the thing is, since she's neo soul, she took like the roots. They're technically neo soul because a lot of what category my ring is like the drum beat in it. How it's not like usually
Ah.
stable, but a lot of the time drum beats in like
the
jazz.
the drunk feel.
Exactly.
Kind of
There's this thing called
Yeah,
drunk
yeah.
feeling, and it's like Jay
that.
Dilla. Like, ooh, I love Jay Dilla. Oh my god. Okay, like Questlove, Jay Dilla, and Erykah Badu. They do that a lot of the time. There's this guy named Chris Dave, and it's like crazy. So there's Robert Glasper, who's like kind of like experimental jazz / neo soul. There's Erykah Badu, which is R&B / neo soul. So a lot of like current. I'm sorry, am I like killing your ears?
No, go for it.
So go for it. So the thing is, like, when not appealing to popularity and appealing to your personal tastes and motives and taking old art forms and like putting it and changing it and like f***ing it up, basically, I'm sorry, for like your own, like what you want to do is interesting. It's kind of twisting soul so that it's neo but still keeping the aspect of it, like, you know.
So,
Interesting.
so newer soul.
No, because newer soul is technically R&B.
Oh,
But neo soul is like
she got you there.
Yeah, I suppose.
it's like a very twisted, but it's not very twisted. You
So
can
you
still
could-
hear the aspects of it. I love it. I'm sorry, it's cool. Because sometimes people do cruel things.
a
like
modern twist
a
on soul.
modern
you could
twist
say.
on
Yeah.
soul.
Okay,
Yeah.
so That's R&B, whatever.
So in Neosoul, you can even find like math. Neosoul.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is one song in 15. For those of you who don't.
Yeah, explain.
I'm not even gonna explain it. 15.
Okay.
It takes forever.
It's not that hard.
I mean, because you have to explain time signature, and 4/4, and then 7/8.
So it goes down to time signature too
Exactly.
to define the genres.
Yeah, kinda, yeah. Exactly, like math rock. You wouldn't have math rock without the time signature.
I guess.
Yeah, that's math.
That's it. Yeah.
One thing I noticed about Latin music is like every single Latin song has the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a real. I mean, especially right now, that's a big thing.
Yeah,
think.
like yeah.
I love that rhythm though. To be honest, I play out.
You can add a lot to it.
Yeah.
Oh my, you can do so much with it.
Now every time there's like any type of Latin song on there, I try to like go along with it just to see if it still fits. And man, every
Most
time.
certainly
It really does. Yeah.
That's the quickest way to get a
The
Latin type beat, you know. But I like some Latin music. I need to get more into like Latin jazz and stuff.
So I go through phases when I'm just like obsessed with a genre, and then like it dries out and I come back to it later. So like 2 weeks ago, I was like hooked on Gloria Estefan for no reason, and I was just like, I don't know what she's saying, but I feel it because it feels so good when I don't know. And she's like, oh my god, okay.
Bro, I was at ACL. I saw this Hispanic band. I forgot where from, but there was.
What did you drink?
I could hear the bottle.
I don't know. Okay, well, it's not doing anything.
But no, it's just that had to be like one of the most talented bands I had seen there. It was I think it was all women. They all sang somewhat. They did like 5-part harmonies and stuff, and they all played like one of them played violin, the other one played.
Is it like mariachi?
They had mariachi instruments, but they didn't play mariachi music.
Oh.
There was like trumpeters and stuff, and it was really cool though.
Was that ACL this year?
Last year.
Last year.
I didn't go
ACL already happened?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm stupid.
Childish Gambino was one of the headliners this year, and I wanted to go.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
That would have been
really?
nice.
Who was the headline the year you went?
I think it was.
It's always 3, right?
Yeah, there was Metallica.
Metallica headlined?
Yeah, they definitely did.
Oh,
and,
of course, duh, they're Metallica.
And then, why can't I think of the other person? Oh, Beatles, man.
Paul McCartney.
Oh,
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney was going through a weird phase last year where he came out with a new album.
Yeah.
He was like on Carpool Karaoke, which was amazing, by the way.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
It was really good. They came up with like a whole primetime special because they had so much extra footage. And then he released an album that was just, it was like so boring.
Yeah, I kind of get that. I don't like his new stuff because, like, even when he played it, it's like you could tell it's his new stuff, you know?
Yeah, it's like, it's cool that he's still alive and kicking, but also it was like, it wasn't him.
He's so famous.
He's my least favorite Beatle.
What?
Yes.
How was Ringo not?
Because
Ringo's everyone's
he did
least favorite.
No, I love Ringo.
Wow.
He did his part.
What is wrong?
Get
He was
close to
given
the-
one job and he followed through.
Get close to the mic and explain yourself.
Okay. Well,
How was what?
well, my favorite is George Harrison, for obvious
Okay, yeah,
reasons.
yeah.
Because that man's a guitar man.
And he wrote something.
He wrote something.
That's the best song.
Well, he also has. I like some of his solo stuff. He's got this song. It's called like "I Live for You." It's got lap steel. You know what lap steel is?
No.
I love lap steel. It's in country a lot. It's like a
It's a
yeah.
like country
basically.
solos when it does like after the singing. Yeah, I go.
It's like a guitar kind of, but it's a box and you put it on your
Your
lap,
lap, so it's
and you play
it's
with
a steel lap.
You play with like a little slide that you put on your hand, and
Yeah,
you just like move it. It's pretty cool. It's basically a fretless.
yeah, like you
instrument.
know the song "Texas" by Sandy Cheeks in the SpongeBob franchise.
Yeah, that rings a bell.
And
Yeah.
that song, it features a lap steel.
It's a very country thing to do.
It's very aesthetic.
But also
pleasing.
like Pink Floyd did it a lot.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's spacey, bro.
You're so dry. I can't talk to you. Oh my god. Don't laugh.
Okay.
So what kind of songs are you guys playing at your shows?
As far as covers go, we do a mix of like what do we even play for covers, man? We do some Radiohead. Have you heard of Radiohead?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Have you listened to them?
No.
Okay, I would recommend them. They're one of my favorite bands. It's like weird.
It's just weird,
It's kind of weird.
but it's good weird.
I don't even know how to describe it without like well, they were from the 90s. If there's one song you would have heard of them, it's called Creep. That's like the one that everyone knows.
I'm a creep.
Yeah, that one.
Or there's High and
Copyright.
Dry.
Yeah,
I know,
jeez,
right?
man.
No, I'm just kidding. You're fine.
But they got popular off of that song, and then
High and Dry is like always on the radio.
as they got popular, they started to hate all their popular stuff or whatever, and then they just moved to like they just do really weird stuff now.
Yeah, like.
So we play some of their weirder stuff.
Except everyone still likes Paranoid Android.
I love Paranoid
Who
Android.
doesn't like Paranoid Android?
But and then other than Radiohead, as far as covers go, we do like
Oh, Alabama Shakes.
yeah, Alabama Shakes. They're a band.
They're a band. ... I
don't really know how do you describe them. You'd probably know it.
Ooh. Maybe they're not really neo soul, but they're definitely just soul.
Yeah,
like,
it's
in all
something like
honesty.
that. Because they're kind of indie too. Like indie,
Not really, not indie.
kind of, bro.
They were
what their
indie,
their
but, like-
instrumentation is.
Okay. a
I'm
little
thinking,
bit.
but their singer.
They're bluesy. They're definitely.
Yeah,
bluesy.
definitely. But that was a good show. That was a good live show.
I wanted to go to that one.
But and then as far as our originals go, we've got how many originals do we have?
Ooh,
Like 7?
7. It's about to be 8.
Yeah, we're working on like 4 or something right now.
Right,
They're
that's
all
like
kind
not a
of
lot.
they're all kind of bad at the moment. But
Well,
we'll be.
I think they have so much potential.
Yeah,
potential. Potential.
it's a work in progress.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, how many originals you have, because I know right now on Spotify you guys have one,
Yeah, just one.
and I've been yearning for more.
We're
Thank you.
we're super duper trooper close to
Oh.
to releasing our EP
Yes.
pretty soon. That's got
Ooh.
5 songs on it.
The ep.
We're just getting the final mixing done, and I still gotta make the album, or not the album cover, the cover for it.
The cover
Yeah.
cover.
And I didn't show you what I was working on for it.
Oh,
What else
that'd
can
be a
you-
good idea.
Wait, what?
What else can you tell us about this new EP?
It's
Ooh, it's got like each song is like a whole different genre, so you'll
Oh,
be excited.
Cool.
a lot of, it's not like, because I know a lot of bands, they do like the same thing over and over and over again.
Uh-huh.
I think that's something we're kind of good at, is not doing the same thing.
Yeah,
over.
exactly. But I'm afraid like it'll be too different. But I think that's like a good thing sometimes.
It's not like
It's not like
we're not like breaking any.
it's not like country and then gospel. It's
Yeah,
not
no,
like that.
Not reinventing the wheel or anything.
Yeah.
But it's basically just how would you? It's all kind of not the same, but it's also got a like a
It's
similar.
got a theme, yeah, kind of, sort of.
Not even a thing. The lyrics are all about like what flowers.
Loneliness
and,
and
stuff.
flowers.
Yeah.
Thanks, Marina.
But the songs don't sound
Yeah.
similar, I think. But yeah.
Do we have
What?
like the demos of some of the songs?
I've got some of the mixed ones,
Okay.
but we can't play it through a microphone.
No,
That'd sound
we
bad.
can if we believe. Just play it. Oh, not
Sure.
through the
yeah.
mic.
I mean, we have the technology. Well, if you guys want to give
the
them,
technology.
if you guys want to give our listeners a preview, I can make that
Oh
happen.
yeah, you could stick it in through
Okay.
your phone to the headphone thing.
Yeah, we could probably do like a line in that way.
Okay, we could try it.
Look at you, James.
Oh, okay.
You're so trying.
Do we want to try that now or towards the end?
Let's try that a little bit later.
Okay. What's it like performing at all different clubs? Because I know that when you're just starting out in the early stages, the club owners have a lot of say over like
Oh yeah.
last minute changes.
Ooh.
I can see how
That's
that
the
would
one-
get.
I'm the one who does most of this stuff, like talking to the venues and all that.
The booking.
And as a
That would be an easier
at this
word.
stage of the game, right? At this stage of the game, you have no preference, no like say basically at all. You know.
Really.
Well, sometimes you can be like, I want to play second or something, but even then, sometimes they'll just be like, I don't know.
A lot of the time, it like matters talking to the other bands too.
Yeah, well, a lot of it differs venue to venue.
Yeah.
Some of them are real easy to work with.
Some of them are like strict, and it's like, whoa.
Like I like dealing with the 19th hole
Yeah, they're chill.
guys. They're pretty good.
Shout out to the 19th hole.
Yeah,
Shout out to the 19th hole.
19th hole bar and grill.
Clap.
But I mean, it also depends because sometimes the venue doesn't even have anything to do with it. It's like someone else will be like, I'm gonna do a show and I'm gonna do it at this venue, but I'm gonna run it. And one time we had a gig in like Galveston.
Oh.
Some I forgot, it was like 6th Street Pier or something like that. And this one band was running it.
First of all, there wasn't a sound guy.
Well, yeah, there was. Well,
maybe we should take the name out if we're gonna talk trash about them.
Oh yeah, you're right.
We're not talking trash about the venue.
Oh, we're not?
The band will be
Dang
unnamed.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was like.
So what went wrong?
We showed up. Well, no, it wasn't. We still played pretty solid, I thought.
Yeah.
But we showed up, and it was just like there was no one running the door or anything, because the band was supposed to run the door, but they were the last ones to get there. So there was a bunch of people there, and we had to like get on stage and be like, pay at front. Like we had to run the door. Like we had to get all
the cash register was somebody's guitar case, and I was running it. I remember.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a stressful time, but I mean, other times it's real nice, and it just depends.
So was this like a restaurant and club, or was it just?
I think this one. Did this one have food? I don't even know if this one had food.
I couldn't say. I think it did.
Did it?
But I don't think it did that.
Wait, no, yeah, I didn't that night.
I was gonna say if they're like running a restaurant and they don't have someone at the door, like that's a problem.
That's a big problem. Like,
but it's also like, I don't even know how to say. It's like because it was supposed to be the band running the door at least, but they just didn't show up.
yeah, where everyone was kind of like freaking out and pissed at them. But yeah. Yeah, he's still pissy about it. You should have seen when he gets mad. It's funny because like he gets so mad.
You've never seen me mad, Maya.
I've seen you. He's okay. When he gets mad at people, he calls them buddy.
Whoa.
He says, "Well, buddy, I'm sorry." It's like whoa.
Some rough accusations.
Yeah, come on, man.
Accusations.
All right, yeah. But as far as music goes, it's I've been trying personally to do some like solo stuff. like compositions and stuff, because I'm really into that, like music theory and like composing, but I just can't do anything decent at the moment, so I'm just practicing. It's you know how it is, Maya. I haven't shown you any of my scores.
I want to see them. Wait, you showed me one. It was just a polyrhythm the whole time.
Oh, that really bad one.
And
but that was a single part. It wasn't like a whole thing.
Okay, because I'm like, this can't be it, James.
Shut up, man. That's pretty good.
Look at him get pissy.
But yeah, got any questions?
Yeah, I was just gonna let you guys sort that out.
Okay.
Did you have something to say about that? Because
No.
you looked like you were surprised by it.
No, it wasn't. I was just about to fight him.
I'm just making bangers, man. You can't.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What?
It's like sometimes he'll show me stuff that he's been working on, like every so often.
Oh.
And then I'll roast him on it, but like I notice he's actually getting better at it though. I'm just not gonna tell him that.
I'm super talented.
Yeah.
I actually wrote a pretty sick riff today.
Oh.
I was gonna show you, but I was afraid. But
I'm sorry.
It's like, well, because it's actually, I don't know if it would be good for the band even.
Oh.
Because it's pretty like guitar intense.
You should like write me beats.
No.
Okay.
No. But it's like, let's sing it for you, okay? It's like.
He can't sing.
Never mind.
Let him try.
Okay.
Can I play it on my phone?
Yeah.
That'd be way better.
It's gonna.
You're so quick to shut him down. Like,
I know.
Watch this. He can't sing.
I honestly don't even remember what it sounds like. But one of these recordings is gonna be it, and it's gonna have a mistake in it. I'm just warning you. But not that. Oh, that's a slow one. Sorry. Hold on. Just a minute. Let me find it.
It just sounds like you're making so many mistakes.
No, listen. I didn't find the good one. Okay.
Oh, okay.
To the untrained ear, it sounds pretty good.
It's a
young trained ear.
I'll show you it properly sometime.
Okay.
But we should expand upon that.
Yeah. So right now, who are your biggest influences?
Oh, I'll let Mike.
No, you go first.
Okay. Let's think. My biggest influences at this singular moment, as far as like guitar playing itself goes, would be like Guthrie Govan and Mateus Asado and David Gilmour. I like David Gilmour. But as far as like writing in the band goes, my influences have been like Radiohead maybe on some things, and the seventh chord because that's
Seventh chord.
What are you by?
Just like in general.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like as an individual musician and for the band.
Okay. So my biggest like influencers that I personally like really like is Robert Glasper, a pianist, and then the Esperanza Spalding, a bassist. Ron Carter, another bassist for jazz. I'm talking about jazz. I should be talking about like things relevant to the band, but like these are most of my influences. In all honesty.
Did you play bass?
Huh? Oh, what?
What? Who's your favorite bassist?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let me think. There are a lot of bassists out there. Ron Carter, definitely.
Ron Carter.
You don't know? Okay, you probably don't know who Ron Carter is.
I don't know who Ron Carter is.
He's
I don't know any bassists.
Oh
man.
my
I'm a
God.
guitarist.
I can go on about forever about Ron Carter. You have no idea.
Who's Ron Carter?
He is the bassist that played with Miles Davis, Herbie Hancock, Joe Henderson, Freddie Hubbard, that whole entire thing. It's so cool because his bass lines are so iconic, and in, like the way he does things, it's so good and it's so hot, and I love bass so much.
Uh-huh.
And then there's Esperanza Spalding, another female bassist that I am in love with, and she's cute.
She sings, right?
Oh yeah, she sings and plays bass at the same time, and that's actually kind of what got me into playing a wooded string instrument was Esperanza Spalding.
A wooded?
Yeah, because the thing is, okay, let me talk about this. In Mitchell, they like, you go before school starts to try out an instrument and like
Mitchell Intermediate.
pick it up.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mitchell Intermediate. An intermediate school.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, cool, you're going to play that. So the thing is, I wanted to play bass, like really bad, like really freaking bad. But
Did
the
they
thing
not let
is,
you?
no, the thing is, they're like, you look better on cello. And I'm like, as long as I look good. So I took cello, and that was the biggest mistake.
Well, no, that's not the big cello.
Listen,
Sometimes I wish I played cello,
who doesn't? I still have a cello at my
but also
house.
I hate cellists.
Cellists are like, they have cocky nature to them,
Yeah.
or they're just goofy.
I
What do
just
you have
shut up.
against cellists all of a sudden?
Yeah, you know,
Like, I
they're
am
like
a cellist.
they're like the violinists of the low end, basically.
Oh yeah, basically.
But-
And yeah,
I was just like, I want to play bass, and they let me play bass.
no, but like, yeah, I wanted to play bass. So then, okay, so why am I talking about myself? But
Talk about
anyway,
yourself,
okay, I'm
please.
sorry.
Kind of part of what you're here
You're
for.
right. You're right. So like the thing is, like, I wanted to play bass really bad, so I got the cello instead because someone said that I look better on cello than bass. So, like, I played bass. I never practiced it. I didn't get a bass. I played cello, and I never practiced the cello, like, ever. I just still was, like, good at it because I've been playing piano for, like, 6 years before that.
How does that translate to cello
The
playing?
thing is, like, all you gotta do is learn the notes and how to hold it, and then immediately in my mind process, like, I would look at it as a different instrument, and so it just translated over well.
I mean, I can kind of get that,
Yeah.
but I guess the biggest stretch for me is that it's in fifths.
Yeah,
instead of
definitely. That's just the thing going from like
See, that's
bass
also
to
something.
cello.
Even saying something like that, I don't think anyone really gets that. What I mean by it. That's true.
But, yeah.
I was there that night for Mitchell when they like decided what instruments we were going to play, and that's how I played trumpet for
Oh, yeah?
the next
Oh,
6 years.
Nice.
yeah,
yeah.
my dad plays trumpet.
Oh, cool.
I
He's a
love
trumpet man.
I love trumpet. So wait, you've got a what is it?
That's a
Yeah, that's a
trombone.
trombone.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's my brother's.
Oh, okay.
Does he own 2 trombones?
Yeah, most people when they get into high school band,
You're
they
right.
own
They do
2
own
instruments.
2 instruments.
Because there's one for marching, which is like you kind of let it get beat up,
There's one for concert.
right?
Okay.
I love concert
Yeah,
band.
my brother had 2 trombones. My older brother who also played trombone. yeah.
Trombone's pretty cool.
Trombone is cool. It's a slidey instrument, but brass.
I've
which
been
is-
getting into brass stuff or interested in it more recently. I don't know why, but like I don't really understand how it works whatsoever.
Yeah,
to
I
be
don't
hon-
understand how trumpet works at all. Like, how do you have 3 valves? But like,
I mean, I kind of see how it works, but it's not enough to like explain
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But
Don't-
when-
Oh,
go
what?
ahead.
I was gonna say, don't you have to like shape your mouth to make different notes or something like that?
Oh,
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, so
How
it's
do
not
you know-
just
how do you know how to do it? Do you watch someone's lips like really seriously to know how to do that? I'm sorry.
I mean, they taught me how, so I didn't
Oh,
just
they
have to watch.
I'm sorry.
All right.
That was the worst trumpet noise that I've ever made.
I'll explain it to you sometime if you're that
Okay.
interested. But yeah, I played it for a while, and it's kind of, I don't know, people are usually
Trumpet's
more
hot.
curious about it because thank you. Because it's like, yeah, it's 3 buttons, but that means 7 combinations. Wait, 7? Yeah, 7
You
combinations.
sure?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so octave, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because the way you shape your mouth and B flat to B flat, you go up 7 notes. It equals B flat if you just go the octave up.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm a genius.
So wait, on trumpet, do you
Oh
need to
my
press
God.
anything down to make a note, or is like?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what the knobs are
you-
for.
when you have none of the valves pressed down, it still makes a note.
So
It's
when
just
there's
B flat.
so it's B flat.
Mhm.
That's okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting. I only know about stringed instruments and stuff. I like stringed instruments. They make sense to me.
Yeah, you can see them all. You can see all the notes, so I can see why it would be easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you were learning to play the cello, did you have the tape on it for the
Yeah,
Guitar
definitely.
Hero notes?
Yeah, the Guitar
Cool.
Hero taped. Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
tapes. You know, I was playing a bass the other day. It had tapes on it still.
Oh,
and I
doesn't
was
it
like,
make you feel so sweet?
it makes me feel so much better because
Yeah.
I actually know where that.
You're not playing out of tune.
Yeah. I need
That is
tapes
the
still.
worst feeling. Like when you know you're out of tune, but you can't do anything about it because you're so tone deaf.
I'm like, how are you tone deaf if you know you're out of tune? Then
You're
you
freaking
would have
right. Okay, but it's like pitch deaf, like when you're not perfect
that's-
pitchy.
that makes no sense.
No, okay, when you're, you know Seth.
Yes.
Seth, he has perfect pitch. When you're out of
you're just gonna
tune-
reference
I have no
Seth.
idea who
Okay.
you don't just reference Seth, man.
Shout out to Seth.
Shout out to my man Seth. I
You
hope
know
he-
who you are.
He's gotta watch this now. If Seth doesn't watch this, hi Seth, how you doing? Anyway, yeah,
Trumpet player.
yeah. So he's a trumpet player. I stutter.
And he's got perfect pitch. Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm screaming. He's got perfect pitch, and yeah, he's just like he knows what's up. Like when he hears a note, he'll be like, "Okay, that's A double flat." Like, bitch, the
He's not gonna know it's A double, but
he's not gonna say A double flat.
but
He'll
perfect
just say
pitch.
G.
Perfect pitch is something really
Double
interesting.
flat.
Yeah.
It's,
A triple sharp.
Oh, jeez.
It's just a C. Okay.
I do know a Seth who plays trumpet.
Oh my
That's
God.
probably the
Yeah.
same Seth.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
I know.
he's such a nerd, isn't
Whoa.
he? In a good way.
No comment.
Nerds are
What?
cute.
What are you gonna do?
I just thought. Yeah. I'm sorry,
Jeez.
Seth. I'm putting you out there.
Jeez. All right.
Yeah, he's been playing it for a while. He's really good at
I
it
Yeah,
know,
now.
he's
he is
really
really
good.
good.
Isn't
Bro.
he like the top trumpeter now?
Well,
I wouldn't know.
I gotta show you our song we did for music theory. We wrote a song and Seth played trumpet on it. Actually,
Oh, really?
it was a banger too. I wrote the chord progression.
Oh yeah, I wasn't there. That was last year.
Yeah, I know. I know you weren't there.
Oh my-
Maya.
I just
But-
burped.
So you weren't into the band till recently.
Yeah, so like a year.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to play Lego Guitar Hero.
Does that exist?
Yeah, on the
Oh
Wii.
my god.
I was
Wait.
a beast at that
Let me
game.
look
Really?
this up.
Lego.
Oh, yeah.
What's Lego? Is it like Lego songs?
What
It-
Lego songs do you
no, it
know?
was- It was kind of just when the characters appeared on screen, they were all
Oh, okay.
Lego minifigures. So it was Lego themed. It wasn't. It was Lego Rock Band.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
sick. Yeah.
Yeah, and I found a Spotify playlist with all the songs on it recently, and I was listening to it after school one day, like, oh man,
Did
this
it
takes
solid.
me back.
Can you send it to me?
Sure.
Okay, is this what it looked like?
That is what it looked like.
Oh
Lego Rock
my
Band.
god.
Yeah, I probably still have it upstairs. It was like, I still have the guitars too, but they broke,
Oh.
and so did the Wii.
I've always
So-
been.
Oh.
I've
Yeah.
always been absolutely terrible at anything Guitar Hero or Rock Band. Or
That's
anything.
ironic.
Yeah.
It's
It's
ironic.
Like I just couldn't do it. I bet I could do it now, hopefully. But
I hope so.
yeah, I had like the DS thing. It's like you plug it into your DS and it's got the Guitar Hero buttons.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's what I had, and I was just horrid at it. I would always get so mad at myself because I couldn't do it.
Maya, were you good at Lego Rock Band or Rock Band at all?
I did not
Garage.
play the Lego one,
Did
but
you play-
I would like to.
Did you play Guitar Hero?
Yes.
Were you good at it?
I was not the best. I was good at Drum Hero though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I
Oh,
was
you had the whole
the
drum set.
bomb at that.
That's pretty sick.
Oh my god.
And yet you can't play actual drums.
Oh my god. I will fight you. But yeah, exactly.
I really wanted the drum add-on kit when I was a kid, but it was so expensive.
Yeah.
That would have been so cool though. I was always just super frustrated with it though, because I'd get real into it and I'd be like, my dad
want to do more.
All the neighborhood dads would like gather at my house every week and play Guitar Hero. And I wanted to be good at Guitar Hero, but I never was. It's a real shame.
Wanted to be one of the boys.
Yeah.
It's never too late.
What's that?
So would you guys ever consider doing a TV competition show?
Ooh.
Because I know that some bands like Pentatonics have gotten really popular after, like, for instance, they did season 3 of The Sing Off. So would you guys ever consider going to that format?
If there was something like that for us, I think that would be like really cool. But I feel like that would cost like money.
No, I hate those kind of things. To be
Are you
honest with
kidding me?
Really?
You can't even pick it up.
I cannot stand shows like The Voice and like
Okay,
American
see.
Idol.
But have
and
you
all-
seen The
like
Masked
America's Got
Singer?
Talent and all that stuff?
Okay, those are kind of crappy. But The Masked
Well, it's
Singer
like
is
the
actually
same.
kind of good though.
This is okay. Let's do this debate format. Okay.
Debate.
So, Maya, what do you like about shows like that?
Okay.
And James, what don't you like?
I don't like those shows, but there's one. There's one that I like a lot. I'm sorry, I almost just dropped an F.
Well, why'd you say that you wanted us to be on the show? I guess take that side.
Because I don't care what it is. I don't care how it is. These people are getting noticed, and they're probably getting stuff from it. Like, it doesn't matter if they're not getting money or anything. People are seeing their faces. They're like, all right, follow Instagram.
They're getting
true.
publicity,
It's
getting
publicity,
recognition.
exactly. So I wouldn't do it to like necessarily win or like think like I'm gonna go to the top, but I'm gonna do it to like get like what is it called? You said the P word.
Publicity.
PP.
The P word.
To get recognition, to get
recognition for that. So I'd be like, all right, it's like an easy like boot, like that's an easy boost. That's like not necessarily easy, but it's a boost, bro.
Yeah, I mean that's. I don't know. That's the only positive I could think about it, because
Or if like chance we won, that'd be.
if you
cool.
won, I mean, still like.
If you won, I mean, where we go?
Well, no, listen.
So what don't you like about it?
They come off as so disingenuous to me. I feel.
Oh
And it's
yeah, it
like-
does not seem genuine at all.
Well, I know they, like, I was watching some YouTube video. This guy like auditioned for it, and like he was gonna be, I don't even know, but they like, you know how it like cuts to their family like crying on the side or something.
Oh yeah.
That's like all they're like, hey,
Cry.
it's on even on like a different day. They're like, hey, we're gonna have you cry for like a second here, and we're just gonna film it, okay? And then they just put it, and it's like they put it with like a sob story or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you have to.
It's
That's the thing. Like, I feel like, number one, I feel like a lot of it is hella fake. And then it's like you got to make a sob story so people can like, because if you're just up there because you want to do music instead of actually having like a motive reason and like a sob story behind it, you're probably not gonna get anywhere. But
yeah, then you didn't get picked for the show.
you're not gonna get picked for the show. But
So it's the television format.
exactly.
Yeah.
And also, I think it's like, what is it called? It's a scam. It is rigged. It's rigged.
Rigged?
That is rigged.
Like they
I've
know
watched American
who they
Idol,
want
and
to
I've
win
watched
when they
some
start.
exactly. I've watched American Idol, and I see some people that like should have won that, but they were taken off because the little girl singer that's wearing a pink dress and plays violin, that like okay girl, like you're talented, like go back to your high school and play your little violin, while these guys doing backflips over each other from like India, they should be like winning that. I'm like, oh,
Well, that's all because
and like the dancer, it's like, ooh,
even because music is a subjective thing, right? And as far as like the kids thing goes, because it's like it's more impressive that they're playing something like that only because they're a kid.
no, but okay.
But no, it's not that it's more impressive than anything else. It's because they're a kid and it's
Bro,
cute.
just
and
because it's a
TV.
kid playing hot cross buns. and
Yeah,
like
I know
freaking-
it's stupid, but
it's
listen.
so dumb. I think it's rigged.
Well, I just think the whole concept of it, because it's like grading art or something, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could objectively grade
No,
stuff
okay,
like
see,
that.
okay, let's talk about art.
Wait, let James.
Okay,
Let
I'm
James
sorry.
plead
I'm
his
gonna
case.
cut you off
Come
like
on.
every other minute.
Jeez, but as far as like art and stuff goes, like music counts as art, pretty much. But yeah, it's like you can objectively grade stuff like that, like wow, this was so low effort and objectively horrible, right? But in a lot of stuff like that, and like shows like that, it's not objectively bad. It's just, what's the word, like, it depends on your taste. And I feel as though
I'm sorry.
you can't really it doesn't work in like a TV competition format. I feel like music,
Like music.
because a lot of it, it's like it could be the best singer in the world, someone, but then the judge, it's not, so they don't win.
So you don't like that in the end they have to pick one who wins?
Yeah, I think it shouldn't be a competition.
You think it should just be people putting their acts out there?
Yeah.
So like a variety show would be more your taste.
Yeah, something like,
if those still exist.
Like that one Steve Harvey show when he just like grabs
Yeah.
kids. Yeah.
Yeah, Little Big Shots.
Oh.
I don't even know that.
They're so cute. I'm sorry.
But like something would be cool. It's like, because I watched this YouTuber do something like that. Adam Neely.
Ooh.
Like you can submit your song or something and he like critiques it, and
Oh,
that way people
interesting.
see it, you get recognition or whatever, but it's not picking a winner. It's like saying what they think about it, because I feel as though in like those kind of shows, there's no real critiques going on. It's just like, wow, you sounded really good, or it's not really doing it for me. Like,
Yeah.
it's just kind of surface level stuff. I don't know.
And it's also like everything that, when I watch it at least, I feel like the judges that are there are kind of pandering to the audience a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, first of all, the audience just goes crazy in those shows. And they'll say like, what do you think? Should we put him through? The audience will be like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll be like, okay, let's put him through.
Yeah. Because it's a TV show at the end of the day, right? You want everyone to be entertained. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
They're worried about giving an opinion that goes against what the audience thinks. So someone who has actually like seen a lot of musical talent and knows when someone's messing up, if it's like a cute little kid and the audience is all like, on their side, they're not going to say like, unless it's Simon Cowell, they're not going to say like, hey, that wasn't it. Like, you need to work on this.
because it's all for ratings, I feel, because if everyone's unhappy about your choice, you're, you're not down. So it's just, I think it just boils down to it being disingenuous of it.
Definitely. I agree.
And that's why I would not try out to be on one of those.
I still try. I don't even care, honestly.
So, come on, man. That's a
The
shame.
thing is, since it's disingenuous, I don't even care. Like, as long as people see me and look out for me, like,
a lot of people watch that, though, and
girl was
don't think
on.
it's disingenuous,
That's
Oh,
because
yeah,
they're
people-
dumb.
Jeez, man. My mom loves The Voice.
Oh, I can tell. Your
And
mom
she-
has the personality of something.
A lot of people like The Voice.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
people
My
watch.
math teacher loves, like, American Idol and The Voice.
Yeah.
He would talk
sorry.
about it every day.
He's so great. The weirdest math teacher, and I love him.
Can we say his name? Talk about him?
Okay. He is my college algebra teacher, Mr. Smith. Hello. Shout out to Mr. Smith. He's literally the best. Like, he's so funny. And, like, every day he makes me laugh for no reason. It's just about random stuff. It's like, I don't know. He had him last year, James.
I love Mr. Smith.
He's so great. I don't know. It's just, like, every single, like, day. It's just something weird. He has a question of the day every day. But,
Oh,
like,
cool.
before he tells the question, like, he'll go off about something random. And then he'll ask the question out of nowhere. And then he'll go off on a tangent about, like, his answer to the question. And it'll be weird. And then, like, yeah.
I disagree with his music taste, though.
Oh, yeah, it's awful.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Whoa. It likes, like, 80s hair metal kind of stuff. What kind of music do you listen to?
It's really hard to categorize it, but I would send everyone over to my Spotify, Matt
yeah.
T. Schroeder, see what kind of playlists I've cooked up.
Nice.
Right now, I'm listening to a lot of Anderson Paak.
Ooh, that's my man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the first 3 songs on his Ventura album are like, oh, they're so good.
Which album?
Ventura.
Oh, God, I haven't. Not that one. I haven't heard that one. I'm dumb. Wait, I have heard that one.
Yeah.
What the heck? That's the one with Smokey Robinson on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that song.
I love that song.
It's steamy. It's like,
You can make it better.
I only know that one song you sent me one time.
Which one?
I don't remember the name of it, but it was good.
Do you like the album before that, Malibu?
I listened to it and I didn't think it was all that great, but I do like the single off. I think it was a single, Come Down.
Oh yeah, that one's cool.
Yeah, I like that one.
I think it's really cool how Anderson Paak does the drunk feel drumming, which we were talking about earlier ago, because he's technically also Neosoul. There you go. Gotcha. Yes.
Well, there we go.
And then like he raps and sings while he plays drums, and I think that's so impressive.
Oh, he plays drums? I didn't
Definitely.
know that. That's cool. But
I also saw him playing drums for an Old Town Road cover.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
He just looked like he was so
He's
enjoying
so
himself.
Happy.
Oh, I love that.
He's
that
got like the best smile.
He does.
Oh
like
my god.
he's got a really good set of teeth.
Oh my god, yeah. I think he
Platinum
wins.
teeth,
He
man.
wins in this game for the teeth. Shout out to Anderson Paak, the man with the best teeth.
That reminds. I was watching Criminal Minds, and this lady was being like tortured.
Oh my god.
No, but she was crawling through like broken glass and stuff, all bloody, but her teeth were like shiny white. Like,
Going bad, don't care. I got my shiny teeth in me.
It stuck out so because it's like, oh my.
My shiny teeth in me.
It broke my immersion.
My shiny teeth that sparkle.
It's always those little
like
goofs that can
stars
like
in space.
break apart a scene so quickly.
But I love Criminal Minds because it's everything about it. It's just like the writing is so terrible.
Yeah.
They do the same, but you just can't stop.
I feel like you're gonna get hate for our opinions on some of these things.
For liking Criminal Minds.
I mean for hating it, but liking it at the same time.
I love Criminal Minds.
Post edit. I forgot to say in the initial recording session how we all three met. So let's go ahead and talk about that. So Maya and I first met when she was in color guard at the same time that I was in band. And
it like was cool.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I don't know like what gave me and my friends the decision to like target Matt specifically to be friends with him, but we like went at it. We're like, we're gonna be best friends with Matt. By the time like
so glad
3
you
months
did.
is up, yeah.
Because it was at a stage in my life where I was really trying to figure out who my real friends were, and to have 3 people who were genuinely excited to see me every day meant a whole lot to me.
Yeah, it was kind of cool though, because it would be like, did we remember to see Matt today? We're like, no, we gotta go see Matt. So we can run back down to the band hall and see Matt. It was kind of cool.
That's so sweet. Thank you for doing that.
It was kind of
Very
like
nice.
it was kind of like routine, exactly. Routine.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
like, gotta see Matt today.
Y'all were like my biggest fans.
We were.
You were my first fans.
Yeah, we'd talk about you. We were like, not like in a bad way too. It would be like, Matt's so adorable. Oh, he's happy to see us today again. Like we'd feel happy when you were happy to see us.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
And then James and I met this year in English class.
English class.
And can I just say, James, you are like one of the best collaborators. Yes. And I guess it comes from being in a band and having to work with people. But I've had to do partner projects with other people in school.
Yeah.
And they'll like not really play their part. They'll like, I don't know, they'll either take up a lot of the work and be like, this is how I want to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Or they'll do the opposite and give it all to you. Like, you are so easy to work with. It is refreshing.
Thank you. I feel bad with partner projects, letting someone do everything. And I was absent the day we started it too, so
Yeah,
it's like,
you were.
I had a lot of catching up to do.
Well, you made up for it.
Yes, I'm glad. But sometimes I get pretty bad with that though.
Oh my god.
Like with collaborating with Maya here.
Oh, you should see us argue when we're trying to write a song together. He'll be like, that doesn't work. And I'll be like, just try it.
Oh,
And
but
like, he'll do it and he'll like, oh, it does work. But
When
he
did
won't admit it.
I met Maya in 7th grade.
I thought
Kind
we
of.
talked about this.
We did at some
No,
point.
but like I actively try to become your friend.
Yeah, and I thought you were bullying me. It
Yeah.
was a bad time.
It was a bad time. But then like I would not stop.
I did not like you at all when you first started talking to me because I
What?
thought you were just mean.
Such a hole.
Okay.
And honestly, like I was not trying to be mean. I just wanted friends, and I thought like this quiet kid that probably needs friends needs. I feel like a female talking to him would boost his ego. So I'm like, I'm gonna talk to James, and he thought I was bullying.
But then I became your friend in
Yeah.
freshman year.
Definitely.
That's kind of a running theme here is that you're persistence pays off in the end because
Yeah.
you're friends with the people that you want to become friends with.
Yeah, right? If you like, that's the thing. Oh, this is a good way to end this segment. If you want to become friends with someone and you don't chicken out and you don't act like it's going to be awkward first off. Like, if you talk to them like they're a normal freaking human being, then you're probably going to become their friends eventually. Even no matter how, like, antisocial or awkward they are. If you, like, just wait and, like, let it happen, but, like, still continue to, like, engage, it's going to happen eventually.
For sure.
Yeah.
Solid advice.
Solid advice. I use it,
Alright.
like, constantly. You have no idea.
Alrighty. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed part 1 of this conversation. Stay tuned for a world premiere demo of Botanical Mind by Sunday Traffic. And be sure to follow them on Spotify and Instagram at sunday.traffic. And subscribe to this podcast so that you'll get notified for part 2. Enjoy!
Try